Hey, look at his physique. Straight away, you can fucking tell he's on fucking gear. Look at his growth gut. He looks like he's fucking 9 months pregnant.
Okay, welcome, Zach. Fantom Podcast. This is episode 17. Welcome back. Just me and you today.
Yeah, the first one's fucking couldn't hack it, innit? You know.
He's in love now. He's got the love bug, so I probably won't see him again.
Fucking he's in love with his hand. Fucking one trend.
His left hand, his right hand's got calluses.
Yeah. So listen. So what's happening? So when you're flying out to Vegas?
So I'll be flying out on Sunday the 11th. So I'll be arriving in Vegas Sunday night.
Yeah.
So about 5 days before the Olympia, we're going to be basing ourselves. Do you know a guy called Gary Phillips, Zach?
Is he not the photographer guy, is it?
Yeah, he's a photographer. Well, he's been like Milos has been posting a lot of the old photos from the Grand Prix. So they're all Gary's photos. So me and Gary used to own a gym back in the 90s. And Gary's making a documentary about Branch Warren and Lee Priest, 2 separate documentaries. He did Dorian's documentary, this The Shadow, and he's done he's done Chris Cormier. So we're making one on Branch Warren and Lee Priest. So we are going to be filming a lot of the pros, a lot of the older pros for interviews with Branch and Lee. So that'd be quite exciting. So we've got Jay Cutler lined up. We've got Samir Banu. We've got Chris Cormier.
Also, interviewing all these people, yeah?
Yeah. I'm taking my cameraman, and we're going to be interviewing these people for the documentary. So that'd be good, quite cool.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. You know what I mean?
So that's why we're getting there a few days earlier, and we're going to be camping, setting ourselves up Flex's Gym, Dragon's Lair on the Monday, and obviously Andrew Jack's there, Nick Walker's there.
I think everybody's going to Flex's Gym, aren't they? So
yeah, but having said that, there's a new gym opened in Vegas called Evolution or Elevation, and I've been seeing a lot of updates from Andrew. He's been training there, so yeah, there's quite a few new gyms open in Vegas now. So
I think the problem you're going to get is a lot of people are going to be training at Flex's Gym, and just because of social media and everything, and it's going to be fucking busy. And from what I've heard, the gym is not really that big, is it?
No, it's pretty small. You know, it looks big because of the high ceilings, but the actual gym floor, once you get probably 30 people in there, it's going to be rammed in there. So
that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm used to going to, you know, what's it now? What gym was it now before? Everybody used to turn up at, you know, it used to be
Gold's Gym, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Gold's Gym.
That was a big gym, wasn't it? Yeah.
What was gym what everybody used to go to?
Oh, it was it really dark in there?
Like nightclub style.
Oh, what's it called now? I've been there.
Yeah, fucking big gym. So, you know, you got a lot of people in there. That was a good gym, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're going to get a lot of pros training in these gyms, and then you're going to get people who are fans that are going to be wanting to train.
Don't forget, every pro is going to have like 2 or 3 camera guys around him. He's got his coach. They're going to have like 5 people, his training partner.
It's going to be like a fucking Zoom, mate. You know, like, my advice would be to people like, listen, stay away from the fucking strip, you know, in Vegas. Stay the fuck away from there and go to some outskirts gyms, you know what I mean? Just and get your head down, do your fucking training, do what you need to do.
I think the last week you're not going to be busting your balls in your mind. So if you want to train, like it's going to be for exposure and getting content, I suppose. Last week. Yeah.
But even then, it's going to be it's going to be hard to get content when you got 50 other people around.
Minimum, yeah.
And
I went to a pretty cool gym last time I was in Vegas back in August called the Lift Factory.
Oh, Lift Factory. Yeah, I've been to that one before.
You've been there, yeah. It's quite a hardcore gym, isn't it?
Yeah, that's small as well, you know. Is Flex's Gym bigger than that?
It's bigger, but it's longer. It's sort of it's got higher ceilings, but it's not that much bigger, to be honest.
So you need to tell people what do they need to do if they go out to Vegas, because some people haven't never been to Vegas. So if it's their first time going out, what tips can you give them?
Well, obviously, Flex's Gym is going to be the main hotspot for athletes. I mean, you got obviously Nick Walker, Andrew Jackson, you got people like Stanimore training there. Then you got Iris Kyle's Powerhouse Gym, Iris and Hide. So they got a gym about 20 minutes from Flex's gym. That's every gym's got a different vibe. Flex's gym is very sort of Instagrammable, YouTube. Irish gym is very quiet. It's just a different vibe. It's quiet. Flex's gym's quite loud. It's got all the the R&B, the rap music. But Iris Carl, she's like walking around. She's very militant. If you're not wiping the machines or putting the weights back, she's on it. So it's just sort of she does. Yeah, she gave me bollocking me. Yeah, somebody left a 2.5 kilo plate on a. It was like a bicep machine, and she had to go at me. I thought that's not even my fucking machine. You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I've heard she can be a bit hardcore. You know what I mean?
Because Milos was training there before. Milos and Freeman's crew, and he had a fallout of her. Yeah,
but the thing is, I totally understand Iris's point of view of it, because listen, if you're training in a gym and you're hogging 10 machines there, it's a bit fucking, you know what I mean? For a gym owner, you know what I mean? It's a bit harder than the other people they're wanting to train as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to look at it from her point of view, but you got to have that bit of leeway though. With
I can see it from her point of view, and I can see it from Milos's point of view that he's bringing big time bodybuilders there, to train, and it's good for her promotion. So I think you need to meet halfway and say, listen, Milos, if you're going to bring clients, bring them on quiet times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And totally understand that. So I don't even think there's no gold gym there now anymore.
No, that closed down. About 7-8 years ago, I think. But that was a really good gym, Gold's Gym.
Oh man, it was the
gyms.
Best that Flamingo one, yeah.
Flamingo Drive, yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking the best gym, mate. It was massive, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So there's that. There's Elevation Gym. There's where else is there? There's Flex's Gym. There's obviously there's a lot of commercial gyms there, but I think they're the main bodybuilding gyms.
Has you got a gym, Mark Anthony?
I'm not sure. The men's physique guy.
Yeah. I'm sure him as well. So I'm not too sure because he had a gym before. So yeah, but like I said to you, for anybody going out, so obviously they're gonna go to them type of gyms, and obviously there's gonna be food prep companies out there, so you can order your food for, isn't it? You know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely, yeah.
And plus in Vegas, man, fucking sushi is cheap. All you can eat sushi, $25 or something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Sushi's cheap. Yeah, I love sushi. Yeah.
Mate, it's $25 all you can fucking eat or something.
Yeah. There's a place in Birmingham actually, which is not far off £30. All you can eat, and it's decent as well.
Oh, really?
Do you like sushi, Zach? Do you like sushi?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, in Chinatown. It's in not far from my gym.
Yeah, mate. Fucking can't beat fucking sushi. I mean, really do, And I think that's the main thing is that a lot of people and the expo this year is held out. Is it Planet Hollywood?
No, so the actual competition's held at Planet Hollywood, and the expo is held at the Venetian, which is probably about a 10-minute walk. So it's in two separate venues, but they've put the prices right up. I mean, for the expo, it's not too bad. It's about $55. I've yet to book mine, but for the pre-judging for the Mr Olympia, you're talking $400 or $500 for a half decent seat.
What?
$400 to $500 for the pre-judging, and for the finals, you're not going to get a ticket for less than $1,000 now.
Wow. Well,
I ain't got a ticket yet, so I'll probably have to watch pay-per-view.
Man, maybe better off watching pay-per-view because you won't able to get close-up seats anyway.
Yeah.
You know yourself, if you're not sat in the middle part, about 20 seats back or between that area, you know what I mean?
You're watching the screens anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So what's the fucking point, you know?
I'm definitely go and watch the pre-judging. I mean, if I'm there, I've got to, I might as well watch something. I don't want to go there and watch.
I think once you go for the pre-judging, you'll know exactly where people are going to fall into place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like at the moment, everything's up in the air. People are going by Instagram pictures. They're being filtered. They're being, the lighting is being fucking changed, the contrast, everything. You can't compare pictures on Instagram, and basically make them the right size. You know what I mean?
I know, because it's different. They've got different. Everyone's got a different filter. Everyone's got different. It's not. You can't do it.
Yeah, you can't scale the people to the right heights. You know,
not the right proportions.
It's like somebody will post a picture from fucking last year, and then they'll post that same pose this year, and the picture's a little bit bigger, and they'll be going, 20 pounds, yeah, you fucking just made the picture look bigger. Fuck's sake. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's fucking mental, you know what I mean? Like, have you had any feedback from people who they think's gonna win or not then, yeah?
I think everyone's most people I've talked to, I think it's gonna be big around me. I think he's gonna be then from second to sort of sixth place, it's like you said, it's a toss up in it between like Brandon.
Like I said, we are talking about them places like everybody's gonna come on point. And when's the last time people have all come on point in the Mr. Fucking probably 10 years ago when you
don't you find like it's weird, like people, obviously the Olympia is like the final show of the year, like the main show, that they don't come in peak, they don't come in 100% for it. They always you very rarely get everyone to come in 100%. You get the odd couple.
Yeah, like the thing about it is, why would you enter the Mr. Olympia and try to play that game like I'll come in 5% fuller, I'll carb up a bit more? You wouldn't do that. You would rather undercarb a bit. Like Dorian said, whenever he carved up for Mr. Olympia show, he always thought he could have carved up more. You know what I mean? Like he always said, "Oh, I didn't feel like I was full as I could have been," and that should tell people something, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's better to come in harder, bit less full than coming over full, looking spilling over, isn't it?
The problem you've got is nowadays, everybody's mind fucks up in the last week, and these coaches, they're basically, it's a guessing game, isn't it? Like no coach is exactly going to know exactly how your body's going to react to certain things, because even if they've been prepping you for the last few years, every year is a different prep. Every year your body changes, and the way you absorb nutrition and the way things happen.
You know yourself, your physique can change from like morning, mid-afternoon, afternoon, early evening. Your body can gain 10 pounds of water, and you can look smooth, you can look full. So your body can change, especially when you're that lean.
Yeah, it's like, yourself, man. You wake up in the morning and you fucking feel shredded and you feel good. After that, you've had 1 or 2 meals, you feel even better. Then the day goes on, then you start smoothing out. You're like, what the fuck's going on here? And by the time it's 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, you feel like a bag of shit, and that's the time most likely you're going to get up on stage.
Yeah, because the Olympia pre-judging, I think they're on about 7 or 8 o'clock, so they're on pretty late. And if you've been to Mr. Olympia, the finals, they put that right at the last class, don't they? So they have all the other classes, and it just drags. And it's probably on about 10 o'clock. Yeah,
I just think, when there's 35 people entered in that class, mate, half of them are just there fucking showing up as background, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's sad really, that, you got to the Mr. Olympia. I hope they give people a chance to pause and get their placings, not like they do the top 15 and the rest they say bye. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they should. I think they should leave it to the elites rather than having too many sort of. It just dilutes it a little bit, I think.
Yeah. They're saying that there's a big uproar going on in there at the moment about the Masters Olympia. People are saying, "Oh, why the hell are they bringing that back?" It's like, it's just going to kill more people and stuff like that. Like, I just don't think it makes any fucking sense, that really, because really, if you think about it, most of these people who are fucking training and they're in their 40s and mid-40s and 50s, most of them have got that far in life because they've been doing things the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're telling me it's unhealthy for a 50-year-old to take gear, but it's healthy for a 20-year-old to take a fucking gram of gear, a test on it, and then a fucking gram of fucking tren and everything else. Is that normal for a fucking 20-year-old? It's like, what's fucking right and what is wrong?
The thing is, you don't see many sort of people in their, I'd say, late 50s, 60s that were probably 250, 260 pounds a year.
No. Yeah, exactly. So I think it's a good idea if people want to compete in the Masters Olympia, and what's it now? They can do it, and why not? You know what I'm saying? It's like most of them are probably training anyway, and it's a lifestyle for them. Most people who are going to be competing in their 40s, listen, Simon, it's a fucking lifestyle for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's going to be anything different they're doing apart from fucking diet.
Do you like you say that? Do you watch Dennis James' podcast?
I only watch clips now and again.
Obviously, he has Chris Cormier, he has Milos on. Apart from Milos, Dennis doesn't really train anymore, and he's probably mid-50s. Chris Cormier doesn't really train. Dennis is in still pretty good shape, but he says he's trying to lose muscle. But Chris looks terrible.
Yeah,
and like you think, you obviously been training that many years, and he said you just can't be asked to train. He doesn't like to have the aches and pains, but it's weird, isn't it? Some people can just. When I spoke to Sean Ray, when Sean Ray was in England, he said he hasn't trained for years. He said why do I want to train? I've trained all my life. I think
what
exactly.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't fucking understand it. That's what. For these people who are complaining about the Masters Olympia, they need to ask themselves. It's not like somebody who's not fucking trained for it is thinking, oh, you know what, the Masters Olympia's come along, I can fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking work that way. You know what I mean? Like most of these people are already fucking training and they're doing it the right way. Look at Kamal. You know what I'm saying?
So is the Masters Olympia 40 plus? Is it
45? I think they're saying
45. Yeah. So I mean, you still get some decent competitors in that class. Yeah,
but I don't see what all the fuss is about it. Saying, oh, it's just going to be, they're trying to make the sport healthy, but it's going to be end up more people going to be dying. Like, really? How many elder people have been dying? It's mostly younger people have been dying. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you look back at everything, you know what I'm saying?
I think for the Masters Olympia, I mean, the people that have been competing all the way through, like Dexter when he won it 2012, then you got guys just like Samir who he did it, didn't he? And he hadn't competed for like 20 years, no, probably about 15 years, and he looked awful, didn't he? He looked like
that's what it's like the people who haven't fucking trained in ages and are just coming back because it's the Masters Olympia, they are not going to do well. But the people who have been training all along,
exactly,
and
dieting like year in year out.
Yeah. So for them people, it's going to be better for them. It's going to be better suited for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know yourself. Like when you haven't done a diet for like 3 or 4 years, when you've had a layoff and you go back into competing, it's a lot harder. When you compete every year, your body sort of knows how to get in shape.
I think what's hard is the mental aspect. Knowing that the way your mood changes to food, the way your mood changes to calorie being deficit. You know what I'm saying? That's what's the hard bit, because you're not going to be upbeat and happy all the time. And all of a sudden, your diet's going fine, everything's going good. 4 weeks out from a show, boom, it fucking hit. You know what I mean? Like a ton of bricks. And then them last 4 weeks are fucking a grind. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it. Know what? But I remember after a show, when you start eating and you sort of go back to more, you don't really think about how hard it was. You just think, you look at the photos, you think, I look pretty good then. You don't think about how fucking hard it was until you go back into a diet.
Yeah, the thing about it isn't it crazy that, once you've done your show and then you look back at pictures and everything, you don't say to yourself, oh my God, I was suffering so hard. all you think about is like the outcome, don't you? Do you know
I would have come better. How can I get better?
Yeah, and the thing about it is you always say to yourself, oh, I'll be back better now. Straight away, you're thinking that in your fucking head after you've been through that fucking torture. And then you're like, yeah, I'll be back better. It's mental, isn't it? The mentality of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I
remember when I did the NAB, when I last competed, I did the NABA England and I qualified. And the NABA Universe was 2 weeks after. And I was buzzing that I'd qualified because I'd not competed for about 7 years. And I think, fuck, I've got another 2 weeks of dieting. And 2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, and you think that just because you had that one cheat meal after competition, your competition or whatever, you stuffed yourself, and you think, oh yeah, I feel all right. And then when you get up in the morning and you do that cardio again,
you feel even worse.
Oh my God, I feel fucked now. You know what I'm saying? And I've got to do two more weeks of this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, and that's the problem. You know yourself, Simon. A lot of people can't get in shape because mentally they're not strong enough.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people cheat on their fucking diet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like mate, it's like, you know, I remember when I had a fucking, you know, weighing scale, not the digital one, the normal, or you know what I mean, weighing scale. And then I would weigh my oats up and I would look at one angle like that.
Yeah. And it'd be less.
And then you realize you've had a fucking 20 more grams of fucking oats, you know what I mean?
That's funny.
You're saying to yourself, oh yeah, it's still on the 50 gram marker, it's still on the 50 gram. Okay, no.
Oh,
you're trying to fucking squeeze out everything, aren't you? You know what I mean? Fucking
you know, when you're dieting, you do anything and everything to sort of get them extra calories in, and like you sort of
yeah, and you're meant to have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter.
Peanut
That
butter.
1 tablespoon starts getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? You know?
I've done some mad things when I've been prepping. It's
yeah.
I remember one year I was dieting, and this is when I lived in Lichfield, and it was about midnight. I was like just fucking craving, so I drove to the gym, which is about 2 or 3 miles away, and I opened the gym to eat this flapjack. And I quickly locked the gym and went back home.
I remember once, fucking hell, in my kitchen, and fucking I chucked away like half of my burger, you know what I mean? And in the morning, I took it in and got it back out again. I went, fuck that, I'm eating it. I mean, fuck that, man. Fuck it all. It's like, you know what I realized is that, you know, when you're dieting, if you don't have a cheat meal, you're fine. But you know, as soon as you get that craving, you have your first cheat meal, or you know, whatever, like 5 weeks into your diet or 4 weeks into your diet. Once you get that fucking sweetness or that taste for that
sensation, yeah.
That's it. It's fucking over, mate. It's over.
Because everything you eat after that just tastes so bland, doesn't it?
Oh man, it's like it doesn't matter like how much seasoning you put on your fucking food. It's still fucking like bland.
Fucking dry chicken.
Yeah, you know yourself, mate. When you know, like, you know, when you cook food and you put it in your Tupperware container and then you're fucking having to eat it later. And then when you're not dieting and somebody is dieting and they open the Tupperware container, you're like, oh, that fucking stinks. Get the fuck outside. You know what I mean?
It's funny because when you prep your own food and you got your own Tupperware and you open it, you can't smell it, can you? It's when someone else, and especially when it's fish, fucking stinks.
Like, you know, I remember like driving to a show with my mates and he was sat in the back and he opens his Tupperware container. Oh my god, he stunk the fucking car out. I had to put all windows down, driving fucking 80 miles per hour down the motorway. He's like, put the fucking windows on. Like, fuck off, it stinks. You know what I mean? It's like
so I take a Tupperware to the gym every day. I always microwave my fish. Yeah. I can't smell it. I'm sort of immune to it. But people come downstairs and goes, "Fuck, he's cooking fish again."
Yeah, I remember I used to be at work and I used to be fucking fish, you know what I mean, and rice into what's in a canteen there, you know, the work canteen, and they used to say, "Fucking stinks." So
you can't smell it, can you?
No, I can't smell it. So I used to end up fucking having to eat it outside. I was like, fuck this, I can't deal with this shit no more. You know what I mean? So I just used to fucking pop outside and eat it. Because honestly, it's like, it's crazy when you're dieting yourself, man, and cold food yourself doesn't taste bad. But when somebody else does it, oh my god, you're like,
when you're hungry, you'll fucking eat anything.
Yeah. So how many of you are going out then to Vegas?
Well, I'm flying by myself. And I'm just meeting a few friends over there.
Oh, okay, so are you flying straight to Vegas, or is it?
Yeah, straight from Heathrow to Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's better, mate. So basically, I remember like I used to fly from Manchester to Heathrow and then straight there. You know what I mean?
Well, you flew from Manchester to Heathrow.
Yeah, and then from straight to Vegas.
I suppose it's easier, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, it's the driving down. For you, like Heathrow's about an hour and a half away.
Yeah, I was gonna get the train down.
Yeah, you're better off doing that. It's less stress, mate. I mean, plus, it's just one flight. Then you haven't got no fucking crossover. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Have you seen who's guest posing for the Olympia?
Guest posing.
Yeah.
Who?
This guy here.
I can't see.
Can you see him? Hold on.
Who the fuck is he?
Can you see him?
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
He's the new super heavyweight NPC champion.
Are you taking the fucking piss?
No.
Don't fuck about.
Honestly, he won the NPC recently. What do you think?
Where though? Where did he win it? What country?
It's just holding a bit of water there.
Fucking holding more water than a hippo. What, they give him a pro card?
Yeah, because I think he was the only one in this class. So.
Oh my god!
He still won.
And where was this in America?
Yeah, this is America. Yeah, NPC. Yeah.
Oh, that's just a piss take, isn't it? You know, the people they could have given it to the person there who fucking came second in the class below him and who was probably in shape. You know what I mean? Honest to God, I just thought that was a piss take. You know what?
That's real. That's real. Yeah.
You know, you see sometimes the videos of bodybuilders from India. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oiled up and they're fucking
they're tanned up. They've got no muscle. They're just fat, but they got a tan on and a bit warm.
Yeah. I just thought it was one of them fucking shows. Fucking hell. What the fuck's going on?
Have you been following about the Liver King?
Yeah, the fucking cunt's been lying like we didn't know that already.
Let me so what do you hold on one sec.
Fucking hell.
Wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, all that shit about the Liver King.
Hey, look at his physique, eh? Straight away you can fucking tell he's on fucking gear. Look at his growth gut. It looks like he's fucking 9 months pregnant. Fucking, he talks about eating bull's testicles and fucking eating this shit and that. You're definitely eating some bullshit.
Did you see his apparent cycle what he was taking?
No. What was he fucking up?
So he's been taking IGF for a year straight. He's been taking peptides, CJC. Yeah. He's spending $12,000 a month on growth hormone.
What the fuck?
He got it from a proper clinic, health clinic, rejuvenation clinic. So he's doing 10 IUs of Omnitrope a day for like the last few years. 200 milligrams of testipronate, 200 milligram of Deca, 50 milligram of Winstrol.
Fucking right.
So it wasn't obviously the steroids isn't.
Yeah.
Massive, but
basically, he's been making out that he's been getting all the tests from fucking bull's testicles. Fuck's sake. Me, you know that's the problem you've got in this fucking industry is like people like him, man, will take all that shit and you'll get away with it saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know what I'm saying? Eh?
Well, he's apologized now, isn't he? Saying it was like he's done an apology.
Yeah, but the apology is because he got fucking caught, or you would have never apologized, would it?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not like he came out with it himself, and like Lance Armstrong did. Like Lance Armstrong took all the fucking tests and he didn't get caught, but at the end he just had that guilty conscience, didn't he? And he came out with it and said that, yeah, I did do all this. You know what I mean? Which is fair enough. But with him, it was because he got caught or something, didn't he, by somebody?
So basically, he had a coach called Vigorous Steve. I don't know if you follow Vigorous Steve. He's like a steroid guru, and so Steve was sort of helping him out. But somehow the emails between them got leaked, and it's obviously that Derek from More Plates and More Dates. He got hold of the emails, and he basically tells you his current stack and what he was taking and how much he was spending. Yeah, so exposed, but you can tell by his physique he's on gear there.
Man, come on! If you can't look at it, it's like his muscle tissue, the density on it. You know what I mean? And how he keeps that much muscle. You know what I'm saying? It just fucking tells you itself. You know what I'm saying? People aren't fucking stupid, but the problem is, people are fucking liars in this industry. And if you're a fucking liar, you can get away with shit. There's people who are fucking, classic physique guys and men's physique guys and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm natural." Yeah, all right, mate. You know what I mean? Fucking natural.
What do people class as natural nowadays? Do you class TRT as natural? I mean, it's
yeah,
weird, isn't it?
It's like what the fuck is natural nowadays? Like even foods are unfucking natural. Look at boxers and fucking other sports, and the people are using fucking PEDs and everything. Conor
Ben,
didn't he?
for Clomid, didn't
he? Yeah. Why do you think he was taking that? Because to fucking bring his fucking test levels back up after a fucking cycle. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Oh, it was accidental or something. He took his fucking missus's fucking tablet or something." Yeah, all right.
Okay, if you take one tablet, that's fair enough. Yeah, but it's going to be in that system. But obviously, they did a test. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be in the system for a while. Clomid.
He was saying that his test was contaminated. Yeah, but they always take 2 tests. Do you get me? Yeah. So why? So how come the other test is contaminated as well? Then exactly. You know what I mean? It's like. There's no fucking getting around it, is it? You know what I mean? People, like I said to you, they want a fucking good physique, but they don't want to put it down to fucking they're taking steroids and stuff. Listen, there's nothing fucking wrong with taking steroids. You still have to do the fucking hard work. What people don't fucking realize, you still have to live that lifestyle. You still gotta fucking do everything, eat the food, train fucking hard, and sleep fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see what the fucking issue is. You know what I mean?
Do you, Zach? Do you like when you come off? Yeah. Do you like do you have a complete break or do you like cruise between cycles?
What I just do now is basically when I come off, instead of coming off totally, I taper myself down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of having that big fucking shock where I drop everything, you know what I mean? I have a crash.
So you say 500 milligram, 375, 250.
Yeah. And then I'll come off. Then I'll come off.
Come off totally.
Yeah. Then I'll come off and then I'll do my, HCG and everything. And I'll do that for as long as I can. And then to the point where I think, you know what, I've had a nice time off now from fucking injecting myself. You know what I'm saying? You fucking, yourself, bro. You get fed up with that shit, don't you? Having to remember when.
Yeah, you know what? I've been off gear for 3 months, not off everything. And you know what? The fucking struggling to train. I did legs yesterday. Fucking hell. I did not me. I could do 5 plates on a hack squat.
Yeah,
4 plates felt like fucking 6 plates. It was like.
Yeah.
And I had a blood test last week or 2 weeks ago, and obviously my test levels are very lower than sort of below the range, and
below the HRT range, yeah.
Yeah, just below. Obviously, the range is between 8 and 30, I think, and mine was 6, but 6 milligrams per deciliter. Yeah.
The thing about it is, you've only come off for 3 months now, so imagine another 3 months what your test levels are going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it is, you have to say to yourself now, like, what am I achieving from this?
Mm.
Am I just coming off because that's what I need to do, or do I need to go on a HRT dose and be happy at that level? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I was doing a lot of research, and obviously when you sort of low testosterone, you do have a lot of potential illnesses that come up, like osteoporosis.
Yeah.
Hard to know.
And mentally, it affects you as well. You know,
big time. Yeah.
Yeah, but what people don't talk about is that's why a lot of people don't come off gear, Simon, is because the mental aspect of it. They feel suicidal. They don't fucking feel like 10 men no more. They don't feel like Superman in the gym. And that's a big fucking factor. That's why you see a lot of people haven't been off for a fucking cycle for fucking 5 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen, it's like, when you get to our age, you have to ask yourself, what are you achieving from coming off? If you're coming off because you want to kickstart your balls again, forget about it, because that ain't gonna fucking happen. No. What you can do is you can go on to the minimal dose of 175 to 100. Yeah.
Zach, have you ever seen these before?
Them gels, yeah. Test gels, yeah. They're meant to be fucking. You rub them on. They're meant to be fucking weak, sticky on your skin or something.
So these are 50 milligram
Yeah.
Managed to get these. I was going to try these out. Like, obviously,
oh, they work. They work. I know a few guys who've taken them. Yeah, they work.
Yeah, I was going to try like 100 milligram a week. So for a few weeks, and maybe ramp it up to 150. I think they're a bit expensive. That's the thing.
Mate, you're better off just having a fucking test twice a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're better off fucking doing. It's fucking cheaper and it's fucking the real stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you have to ask yourself. Like, once you check out all your health markers, if all your health markers are fine and your test level is only the fucking problem, then you have to raise that.
Yeah, if I will definitely, because I do feel, you know, when you sort of feel low, when your test levels are low, you do feel like everything feels hard in it when you're training. Like you feel sore, you're aching, joints are aching.
Yeah, but not only that, you're not fucking motivated as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the problem you've got. It's like you've gone from having like how much test you were having on a cycle? About 400
milligram on a cycle. 500 milligram, probably 300 milligram deca with it.
Yeah, so there you go. So you come from that to fucking nothing. So how the fuck do you think fucking body's gonna react? It's like driving a car 100 miles per hour and all of a sudden fucking crashing into a brick wall. Instead of slowing down to fucking 80, 70, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 and braking in time for that wall before you hit that crash. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what you need to be doing. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel when you're off cycle? Say 2-3 months after coming off.
Mate, like I said to you, I know when I'm back ready on. Like I feel like the way you do. But like I said to you, is like because I've started doing it slowly now, and I'm on a long-acting test like an amphetamine, it's in my body longer as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like from your last shot, it's still in your system for another 2 weeks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And after them 2 weeks, I'll just do what I need to do for my balls for 4 weeks, you know, with the HCG and chlomid, and then basically get all my blood tests done, everything. If everything's fine, but if my test levels are dipping too fucking low, like going to 5, 4, 3, whatever, then I know, you know, with the HCG, it's not helping, or I'll carry on taking the HCG and see if I can bring them back up. If I can't, then I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'm ready to go on to a low dose of test now. You know what I mean? And do that for a couple of months until I'm ready to hit a cycle back properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you sort of know when you're sort of ready to go back on again, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. You know exactly when your body's ready. Listen, it's good to give your body 3 to 4 months rest from heavy lifting. Your joints need a rest.
Yeah, I found that. Yeah. But you know what? When you're off cycle, your joints ache anyway. it's one of them, innit?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's the most painful thing is the joint pain, not the fucking muscle pain.
No, it's the joint pain. Like, I didn't even doing cardio this morning. Like, I felt like a fucking 60-year-old man. Like, you know, everything's hard, man.
Me, you just jump out your car or something, and you're like, "Fuck, my knees."
Yeah.
Me, especially now with the cold weather, the temperature's fucking big. So you're gonna feel it even more. Do you know what I'm saying?
So I was training this lad at the gym. Like, we trained legs yesterday. He's 22, and obviously he's when you're that age, you don't really feel anything, do you? Anything that goes.
Oh man, at that age, they can fucking have shit for. They can fucking go out.
And I'm trying to tell him to slow down, like, you know, and like he's like a little caged animal, you know. Fucking hell, you know, you got 20, 30 more years of this. Just slow down, you know. You're always gonna tear something called fucking knees up.
Bro, the young kids now, they want everything now, and you know, and the thing about it is, the funniest thing is, we tell them this, and they think to themselves that we're bullshitting. You know what I mean? And I just think to myself, you'll learn the fucking hard ways. You know what I mean? Like I've got my fucking fair share of them injuries. You know what I mean? So I can fucking tell you. You know what I mean? It's like if you can walk away from this sport with no fucking injuries, great, fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Cutler, awesome.
Yeah, but not many people have walked away with no injuries, have they? I mean, look at the
No,
people that have at that level. You got to push yourself to that extreme to get where they
yeah,
are. I mean,
you know yourself, Simon. If you're not pushing your body to the extreme, then you're not gonna get out what you fucking need from it. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But it's testing your body, how far you can push it, how far does it fucking scare you? You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And when you do fucking do it, it fucking makes you feel fucking great, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I wouldn't want to train any other fucking way. Simple, you know what I mean? And that's the matter of the fact, you know?
So do you sort of adapt your training so when you come off cycles, obviously you can't
Yeah,
train as heavy or as intense.
yeah. When I come off a cycle, I tend to do lighter, more tempo, more squeeze, more contract,
Mm,
slower reps, feel the muscle, more engagement. Stay away from mostly compound movements. Work mostly on isolation movements. You know what I
mm,
mean? And then because it's giving me joints a rest from all the compound movements. You know what I mean? And then when I do go back, I feel fresh and ready for
mm.
them. You know what I'm saying? And and
Yeah,
it's good to train your body parts with different exercises what you normally wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
mm.
It's a
That's a good point. That's a good thing actually. I might do that whilst I'm off. I might just do a bit more sort of less taxing stuff, more isolation stuff,
yeah,
more
yeah.
sort of tempo.
What I normally do is like I'll do like just say on leg extensions. Yeah, I'll warm up a couple of reps and then I'll pick away. Like normally, like on leg extension, I can do full stack. So when I'm not, I'll probably choose like 70 or something like that. Yeah,
Mm,
and what I'll do is I'll do 10 reps on 70, but I'll try to do 5 sets of 10. If I can't do 5 sets of 10 on 70, uh, I will make sure I stick to that weight until I can move up next week. You know what I mean?
mm, mm,
So, and then the same with the next exercise I choose. So I'll choose a weight where I can get out 5 sets of 10. If I do get out 5 sets of 10 on the 70, then next week I'll do 75. And the chances are I'll only probably get 3 sets of 10, and the last two will probably be 8 and 6. So until I can get more on that, then I won't move up. So it just keeps me in that range where I know it's a different way of training, and I'm basically pushing myself a different way. You know what I mean?
different stimulation, isn't it, to the
Yeah,
muscles?
yeah,
Like you
exactly.
see, the main thing you're giving your sort of joints and tendons a rest.
Yeah, and I stay away from like the compound movements. Stick more to the isolation. So I'll do leg extension, leg curls.
Mm,
Then then I'll do something like what I mean, like leg press or something. But stay away from like squats. You know what I mean,
mm, mm.
stuff like that. Yeah, and and do single legs and stuff like that. Just give it a rest. You know what I mean, like single leg extensions. You know what I mean.
So how often would you have a blood test then?
Like once you finish your cycle,
Yeah,
wait. I would wait 6 weeks after your cycle last shot.
6 weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after that, you'll know where your test is, where your estrogen is, where everything is. And if it hasn't normalized, then I would wait another 4 weeks to get it tested again. And then if you realize your test levels are dropping even more, everything else should be normalizing.
Mm.
Your liver, your kidneys, and everything else. Yeah.
So if your test levels aren't go back to normal, well, if they're not increased, then you probably.
Yeah. I will start back on HRT then.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
That's interesting. Yeah, I think
Simple.
HRT for me is the way forward.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, then you're not guessing, and then and what you're also doing is if you're taking HRT as well, then what you do then is wait you wait 6 weeks after the HRT dose and see
Do a
what
test.
your kidney and your liver functions are then as well. So
Mhm.
that way, before you even start your cycle again, you're basically knowing what's happening to your body, where the range is and where the range isn't. So then what will happen is next time when you do come off, you will check that range and it should be similar to that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And then you'll know yourself what's happening to your body. So you're picking up on stuff what might be problematic sooner than later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just sort of getting older, isn't it? You've got to sort of be more conscious about
Yeah,
what you're taking.
the thing about it, Simon, with us, we can't bury our head in the sand anymore.
No,
When we started training, we didn't have the luxuries of having blood tests. You know what I'm
no.
saying? So it was fucking guesswork. It's like now, what are we going to do guesswork for when we got everything there for us?
Mm.
You know, if you're going to spend money on fucking nice branded stuff and Nike Air, fucking Jordans and fucking nice clothes and shit like that, why not spend it on a fucking blood test as well and see where my fucking levels are? Because you know what? I've only got one fucking body. I need to fucking make it last as long as
Well,
possible.
you can go to a GP now and ask for a blood test for your testosterone.
Yeah, you can, but I'd rather just fucking do it privately because I know exactly what I need to ask for and what I need to get.
Yeah.
They fuck about too much, mate. You know what I'm saying? And then 10 billion fucking questions. You know that?
Yeah, because when I got my bloods done, she rang. I went to see her for the results, yeah, and so half of them got a clue. The GPs, they don't have very basic knowledge, but they don't know much about sort of the testosterone and estrogen and all that.
Yeah, they don't. Basically, you need somebody who's going to tell you exactly. Like with me, like I get my bloods done from Dave Crossland. You know what I mean? And so he basically actually like tells me like exactly, and I have my results from before, and I can compare them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good thing to do. Like you should get him to come to your gym.
Yes. I need to I'll speak to Dave about that.
Yeah. Tell him.
Does he do it himself, or has he got a nurse? Or
you know, he can take bloods himself, but his missus is the one who takes the bloods. And then what he does is then to send it back to the clinic to get the bloods done. Then he writes up the report. His fucking report is like about fucking 30 pages.
Because I'm trained to take blood now. I can take blood.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, because I do a few of the lads at the gym. So I send it off to a lab. But I'm looking for another lab to work with.
Yeah, the good thing is with Dave, he does all the what's in our readings and everything, and suggests what you need to take and do to counteract that. Not that, here's your test results and now bye, see you later. He'll actually say to you, listen, this is an issue with your kidneys, this is an issue with your fucking...
Then he'll advise you what to do, what sort of actions to take, what supplements to take, etc. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of the guys, the bodybuilders, go to him, you know what I mean? Now,
but he also advise on like PCT as well?
Yeah, everything. He also advises you what you need to do, whether to go on PCT or go on HRT.
Okay, that's interesting.
So he will tell you exactly what you need to do. He'll say to you, listen, HCG is a waste of fucking time for you now. And then he goes, the only thing's going to happen is he's been off 3 months now. It's going to get even fucking lower, so you're going to start feeling even more shit about yourself.
Yeah. Because that's when you got to know sort of when sort of how long to do PCT for before you go back on again.
Yeah, and I think like you said in time, like now, like you know, you reaching that age type of thing, HCG is no point to you now. Like, what's the fucking point?
Trying to kid myself.
Like I remember Richard Gaspari was saying to me, he has a pellet implanted into him what releases tests, so that way he doesn't need to have a shot of test at HRT for 3 months, and then 3 months later he goes back to the doctors. But that's America. You can fucking do that here. They won't do that shit for you.
So it's like an ester, like a pellet, which is like slowly trickling test that.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Why can't they do that here? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's like you know, shit like this is frowned upon here, isn't it? You know what I mean?
They don't really advise taking tests, do they?
No, you don't even realize like women, you know, when they reach fucking menopause and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, with their hormones and everything, you know, these fucking nurses and doctors, you know, fuck all. And it's like we have to take this shit into our own hands and see specialists, you know, people who have been and done what we have done, so they can pass the knowledge on to us, and then we pass the knowledge on to other people. You know what I'm saying? Learn from our fucking mistakes. Listen,
exactly,
if you're in your fucking 20s and you've never come off fucking test or anything like that, there's something fucking wrong, isn't there?
It's like I talked to the lad I was training with. He's 22 and he's not been off for a while, and he's on about doing a TRT dose, HRT dose between. I thought, you're 22, you don't need to do a HRT dose. You know, these kids are scared to come off.
Yeah, the thing is about what he needs to fucking do is come off for fucking 6 months.
They won't though. They won't.
Yeah, he needs to come off for fucking 6 months, and then that way, when he does go back on, he's gonna grow fucking twice as much. He's gonna clear his receptors out. Everything's gonna be fucking cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Liver, kidneys, everything. letting them fucking rejuvenate. You know what I mean? From all the fucking stress and everything. You know what I mean? Everything. What people don't realize is everything needs a rest.
And have you heard about this new sports TRT dose?
What the fuck's that?
It's basically 300 milligram. It's like a. They say sports. It's like a high level TRT dose. 300 milligram a week. It's TRT, but it's the sports TRT. Well, it's basically an excuse to stay on a bit longer. You know, twice the amount.
Yeah, so basically, it's not fucking TRT, is it? It's fucking. It's basically you're on fucking gear. You're on a cycle still, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the newer kids sort of on the sports dose.
The problem you've got is like these are guys that are taking advice from fucking people who fucking think, you know, they're good at talking, they're good at selling, they're good at selling their services. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that's what you've got is like people who are fucking bullshitters, like the Liver King and fucking shit like that. And people will listen to that. But you know, if you tell somebody like what we're telling them, listen, you need to fucking come off, or they don't want to fucking hear that.
Yeah, people don't like to sort of, you know what it's like. As long as you're sort of confident in yourself, you know what to expect. Obviously, when you do come off gear, you're gonna shrink down. You're gonna feel smaller, weaker.
Yeah.
You just got to go through that, and you got to take 2 steps back to go a step forward.
Yeah, what I always say to people is, listen, the most anabolic thing is not fucking steroid. It's fucking
isn't it?
food. It's fucking food. Good quality fucking food. You put good quality food into you, even though you come off a fucking cycle and you get them calories in you, you will still fucking keep the size.
Mm.
You will get weaker, but you'll still fucking keep the size. You know what I mean? And that's what the problem is with people, is like once they come off the cycle, they come off everything. They don't want to fucking eat properly. They don't want to do everything properly. Listen, you got to still train hard, but you got to train a different way. You know what I'm saying?
That's when you need to be more, strict with things, isn't it? When you do come off, you got to sort of optimize everything.
Yeah, exactly. When you're natural, you need to do everything proper. You need to be more stricter in your fucking diet. More stricter on your training. So now you're saying to yourself, okay, I've got these aches and pains. What is that fucking telling me? That's telling me I'm training my joints here and not my muscles. So let me do exercises what I'm gonna fucking train my muscles with now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know what I mean? Well, on that,
I think you made my mind up. I'm gonna have my first one tonight.
Yeah, have your first one tonight, and the next one on fucking Thursday before you go. And yeah, fucking do it. Listen.
Do I drink them or do I rub them on? Is it like Viagra?
I don't fucking say drink. There'll fucking be some mad bastard will drink it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna send you a text later. It tastes like shit.
It tastes like fucking lube.
All right, Zach, I'm going to knock off anyway. We'll see if England's lost again tonight. But yeah, well, thanks for coming on today. Yeah, I'll catch you up probably after the Olympia now. I will after the prejudging. I'm going to plan on doing like a wrap up straight after the prejudging. So
Oh, keep us up to date. Keep the fucking blogs coming in. Keep that momentum. Yep. Okay. All right.
Yep. Okay, mate. Take care. If I don't see you, have a great Christmas, and we'll see you soon. Peace.